Staff Sergeant Eric Olson, and I want to thank you for joining us for another episode of Warrior Summit Outdoors. Well, it's sort of starting to be spring. It's warming up a little bit. No more snow on the ground, and it's getting to be the end of hunting season, so decided to get the dogs out, give a good workout. Come. Before I tell you what the vets and I are going to do this episode, why don't we head down to one of my favorite places along the creek. I'd like to tell you a little bit more of why I do the show. It starts with my story. I'm a 3-tour combat veteran, 2 in Iraq, 1 in Afghanistan, and when I came home, I found myself struggling to assimilate back into civilian life. I was staying away from people. I was being very apprehensive about anywhere I went. I was holing up into dark, dank hotels. I was self-medicating, drinking a lot, and basically just having a tough time. And my struggles aren't unique. In fact, thousands of veterans that are coming home are having the hard time assimilating themselves. In fact, 22 veterans a day are committing suicide. 22. To me, that is just unconscionable. Guys are having a hard time assimilating back to civilian life. They're having a hard time finding jobs. They're having a hard time dealing with family life again. In the military, we're taught to be leaders, and especially downrange in combat, we look after our brothers to the left and right of us, and we would do anything for our brothers and sisters out there in the battlefield. And sadly, when we get home, we seem to just head off into the 4 winds. Well, I'm going back to my roots of leadership, and I'm going to try to be a part of the solution to this problem. You know, downrange, you find that your senses are so alive. You taste, smell, hear, see things that you never would any time else in your life. And when we come home, those senses are still alive. You still have the adrenaline going through you. In fact, many guys could be in a firefight on a Tuesday, back to their base on a Friday, and then released on block leave the following Monday. Now, that's like taking a dragster going 200 miles an hour and all of a sudden hitting a brick wall. And that's a tough thing to have to deal with. So one of the things that I found that really helped me in my healing process is getting into the outdoors. When you get into the woods and your senses are so alive, you hear sounds, you hear things that the average person never would. And I want to get other veterans into the outdoors to share the same experience and the same healing process that I'm going through. When you're in the woods, the biggest thing you've got to worry about is, did I set up my deer stand in the right location? Did I put a blind up properly to get a turkey this year? Is my scent covered so I can't get detected by the animals? But the adrenaline is still there. So we like to get out and get into whitewater rafting, get into off-roading with the Jeep. There's tons of things that we're going to get out and do into the outdoors. Before I share what we're doing this episode, let's take a look back at some previous adventures. You'll get some good insight into how other veterans have used the great outdoors as part of their healing process.
This is what I'm talking about! Yeah! Get some! Giddy up! That was awesome. Can we do it again?
Stop.
courage, you know, courage comes in two forms. First is the courage to fight the battle. And the second type of courage is the one to come home and live with it. You know, that's the tough one.
So let's talk about how we're going to kick off this episode. Well, the vets and I are headed down to Pennsylvania Dutch country, and we're going to go hunt for snow geese with my friends John Zuner and Bobby Smith.
The master sponsor for Warrior Summit Outdoors is Harry's U-Pull-It. Sarge the Dog is brought to you by Service Electric Cablevision. Deucey the Puppy is brought to you by George J. Hayden Incorporated Electric Communications and by Pride Mobility Products and Quantum Rehab Power Chair Solutions.
The horror. The horror. Brother, it's horrible under here. We gotta go get some parts from Harry's U-Pull-It.
Smell that? I love the smell of a salvage yard in the morning. Smells like victory. Victory!
Check out their 3 locations, Hazleton, Allentown, Pennsburg. Harry's U-Pull-It, making their customers victorious.
Hello, I'm Gary Sinise. At the Gary Sinise Foundation, we serve our nation's defenders, veterans, first responders, and their families. We're working hard to ensure their sacrifices are honored and supported before, during, and after their service. That's why we're wishing the best of luck to Warrior Summit Outdoors. Your show will help bring attention to the difficulties faced by our returning wounded heroes. And for that, I thank you. God bless.
So the vets and I arrived in beautiful Pennsylvania Dutch country. Well, we geared up and headed into the field for an exciting day hunting snow geese. Spending time with combat vets is great. We love a tough challenge and we really enjoy a good laugh.
First off, Eric contacted me about doing a hunt, putting a hunt together for a couple people. Did some hunting with Eric last year on snow goose and certainly enjoyed myself. Told me a little bit, been following him on what he supports and what he's behind, and I think it's a wonderful thing. So I jumped on the opportunity to say, hey, let's get together and let's do this and have some fun. But we're hunting over around Middle Creek Wildlife Refuge in Newmanstown area, PA, hunting the snow geese on the migration. So we're hunting over about 1,000 Silosoxa wind-style type decoy here today. So anyways, we're gonna have some fun for sure, but briefly what I'd like to do is just go over a little bit about our setup and what we have here. Typically, the birds are going to work from downwind side and come up. So today we're going to be coming out of the south, southeast. So the birds will work down below and they will come back up over top of us. Myself, as several of you, I'm sure that we have families and stuff at home. My first and foremost is a safety speech that, hey, safety first. It has to be a must. I got a family I need to go home to, and as well as everybody else. So we'll have one guy on the end. Okay, he's the lookout guy, so to speak. I'll try to do the same thing from the other end. We'll communicate across the pit. If we got birds working, birds are going to come in. We'll keep everybody informed where they're at, which direction, okay? These little pop-outs will need to keep closed. When we call the shot, just flip that pop-out open. Safeties do not come off until you're out of the open of the pop out there. Try and shoot each of our lanes, and we get some birds working here, we can scatter that across here as far as our shooting lanes. When we're done shooting, before anybody gets out, everything, I'll holler probably 40 times today if needed. You know, safety's on, everybody good, etc. But that's kind of layout of it. We'll each get in, pick our spots where we want to, and see if we can enjoy the day.
All right, time to lock and load. I like to hear that.
Want a future in a fulfilling work environment? Do you desire a career, not just a job? Check out the apprenticeship program at George J. Hayden Incorporated Electric Communications. They offer the nationally recognized Journey Person credential in electrical and encourage entry into the trades. All interested applicants welcome, including our nation's veterans. They combine on-the-job training with related classroom theory and lab work, and you can earn a great income. For more information, email them at careers@haydenelectric.com and check out their website online at haydenelectric.com.
Enjoy the great outdoors at the Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range's Trap, Skeet, and Sporting Clays course. No waiting and no lines. First time shooting? Whitetail Preserve employs certified instructors to help you get the most out of your experience. Hungry? The restaurant at Whitetail has a great menu to satisfy and offers catering for all occasions. Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, approximately 13 miles west of Hazleton and just 1 hour from Allentown, Reading, and the Delaware Water Gap. 118 Boulevard Road, just off the Rockland Road near Rockland. 384-2314.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer-dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, and outside grill and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
Watch Off the Beaten Path and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed on WYLN TV 35.
We were on a slow day, we'd be barking at 10 gauges. That bird was hit hard. Get ready, guys. Yeah. Is that my long range one?
Yep. You do get those good days if you measure it by bird count, but you know, as I said earlier, you know, the memories and the camaraderie that you have, it just, you hang on to that, man. You just, you don't forget it.
Yeah,
meaningful.
That's the time that you're gonna remember the most.
Because there's nothing more fun than sitting in a wooden box buried into the ground
With heat.
freezing and raining.
With heat.
With what?
Heat.
With heat.
Oh yeah, with heat. I forgot. Yeah. Got heat and
Subs.
sandwiches.
Sandwiches. Yep.
Yeah. Doesn't get any better than that.
And Nature Boy even brought granola.
I did.
Nature Boy.
I made homemade granola last night.
It's actually pretty darn good.
Isn't it?
It's actually really
Homemade,
good.
baby.
I take back everything I just said about you.
Brown sugar, honey, maple syrup,
See that camera
cinnamon.
thing again.
Pinch of salt, vanilla extract, and cinnamon.
It's all
heat that
Jim.
up, you boil it,
You're next.
then you add it into
you
the
were
mixture.
shooting.
Then after that, you bake it, you flip it, halfway through, 10 minutes on each side. Then you wait till it cool down, and I add shredded coconut and chocolate chips.
Chris, did you wear like a ruffled little apron?
I wore my apron.
No, I just want to make sure. Get ready, guys. Yeah.
I hunted for many years, different things, but I never really wing hunted, and learning a lot here. Not knowing anything really about goose hunting, just to see all the time and effort that you have to do for the build up, and all the legwork you have to do prior to the hunt, you know, just to get to the hunt.
Yeah.
Then the excitement of, you know, you can be sitting around for several minutes, then all of a sudden, boom, that excitement. I see what you're talking about. You know, it's great, and I thank everybody for the experience, because it makes me a more well-rounded hunter myself. So, excellent experience.
Without putting in the proper effort into the preparation of the hunt, then you wouldn't have a hunt. So, yeah.
If I didn't have you guys, I would have hidden underneath some straw, laid that back on my back, and, you know, just trying to call in, not knowing that, you know, how you set up in certain ways, and
being willing to critique it, so to speak, you know, I think has a big part in your success. You know, changing up a spread if the birds ain't working right, and what have you. When I grew up, my daddy took me out. We did a lot of squirrel hunting and deer hunting and fishing and stuff, you know. Western, we didn't have a whole lot of bird hunting.
Yeah.
Well, when I came down here and that guy took me out, just, I think the passion why, don't get me wrong, I think there's a place for the deer and the turkey and everything that I really enjoy, but just to be able to relate to them and try and coax them in versus calling, whether it's a gobbler,
it's an art.
Geese, and I don't know, man,
it's an art.
The desire and the fire is there.
My son.
Very good. We got one crashing into barn. Watch him.
Yeah, that bird couldn't get up either. He tried. Still got the X on his back. Yeah, we got him. So we got it. We got it. You might want to toss that one in. That's a lot of blood on that one. There you go. Makes for a fun day and some good stories there. Oh yeah. It's all good. You want to jump in?
I'm Brian Anderson. I served 2 years in Iraq. I lost both of my legs and my left hand in the line of duty. The troops coming home from Iraq is good news for all of us. But for many military families, another battle continues. Frequent and longer deployments have placed real financial, emotional, and sometimes mental strains on families. Unemployment among some troops is twice what it is among civilians. So now, more than ever before, our troops need us to be there for them. When military families need help, they call USA Cares. Please help by donating at usacares.org today and give them a hand up.
When my mom died, Tony really would have liked to have come home. He was deployed to Kuwait. The Red Cross contacted his senior sergeant, and he was on his way home. For one day, for 1 hour, I felt like the most important person in the world was my mom. And getting her grandson home, the Red Cross is there for us.
Close out another great hunt out here for Warrior Summit Outdoors. Cannot go without thanking our generous host and guide, Mr. John Zuner.
John, it was a pleasure. You put us on the birds today. We got some. Gonna be some good eats. A lot of good laughs.
For sure.
Mostly at my expense, but that's okay. My shoulders are broad. So again, we want to thank you, John.
I thank you.
Did.
My pleasure also.
Fantastic.
Good group of people.
Thanks.
Enjoyed myself.
Well, good.
I mean, hopefully we can do it again.
Oh, we plan to.
Nice.
Except next year when I go, I'm going to make sure my joke book gets a little bit
bigger,
a little broader. So, and well, hunting with these wackadoodles. That's what happens when you take a bunch of combat vets out hunting geese. You're going to get dead birds and you're going to get a bunch of craziness going on. These guys, I couldn't stop laughing the entire time.
For the first time, this is the first time I've ever done any type of a fowl hunt, and especially a snow goose hunt or any type of geese hunt. And it was actually really exciting, and I can't think of any other better way to do it than with fellow veterans that have served and gone through the same type of experiences that I've gone through. The connection is unique. There's no other connection that anybody can make on the outside world than what the connection that we can make together. And it just made it for that much more of a better hunt.
It was great. It was good camaraderie, bringing people I didn't know together and a bunch of veterans. Had a blast. Never been goose hunting before, so something new. I've been hunting for deer and small game, but never goose hunting. So being a vet, yeah, you connect. No matter where you are, if you're a veteran, you just connect with one another.
I never really bird hunted, and I learned a lot today with our great guide John. I don't know too much about Eric. Great guy to be with. Everything from how everything works from setup, start of the hunt, finish the hunt, and wrapping it up. So learned tremendous today. A lot of civilians don't know what we've been through or what we go through, and when you get with a vet and you spend time with a veteran, it's that automatic connection that you connect instantly. So it's a good feeling. I mean, you don't have to talk about what you've been through. It's just that comfort level that we feel with each other.
We had a great time in the field. We had a great guide. We got lots of birds, and most importantly, we got Pennsylvania Dutch pies. Now that's a hunt. And remember, courage heals the soul.
Oh, it's apple. Yeah.
Here you go.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Good pie.
Good pie.
Pennsylvania Dutch pie. That boy can eat.
Let me hold it for
He doesn't realize it's not only his plate. Let me get an extra fork.
I don't think you need one. There's nothing to say now, do you?
It's all fun and games till the camera comes on. Then everybody just shuts up.
Yep.
I'm shooting for a meal. Eric's shooting for a snack.
Finger food. It's his Wednesday. It is wing night, isn't it?
Yeah, Wednesday wing night. Eric's got the wing.
Now I'm going to eat some pie. I'm going to mic up. Thank you.
Come on. Come on. Everybody wants to give it to Daddy.